you today?
Good, how are you?
Excellent.
My name is Jeffrey Landis. We spoke at the restaurant the other day.
Oh, hello, I'm Megan Brito. Please come in.
Nice to meet you, Chef.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for agreeing to see me today. I know it was kind of short notice, but I really think that you'll be interested in what I have to offer.
Oh, okay, excellent. I'm very excited. Please come with me to the kitchen.
Awesome, thank you. Lead the way. Thank you so much for inviting me into your gorgeous kitchen. Before we get started on the actual presentation, I wanted to ask you a couple questions about the knives that you have now. So, what are some of the knives that you use most on a daily basis?
I actually have them right here for you.
Oh, perfect.
You can take a look at them.
Okay, so it looks like you have the Victorionics 8-inch or 10-inch chef's knife, and then the KitchenAid. I think this is a Consumer Series knife, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so what are some of the things that you like about these knives?
The thing I like about them most is I like kind of the grip, and the weight's pretty nice, so for me, it feels good in my hand.
Okay, now what are some things that if you could, you would change about these knives?
Probably they chip quite often. I usually have to replace my knives once about every 2 years.
Okay. So how long do you think it takes you to sharpen these knives or to put a new edge on them when they chip? Per week, we'll say.
Per week? Well, what I usually do is that at the restaurant, I go ahead and I sharpen all of the knives.
Okay.
So I do it once a week, about 2 hours for sharpening and honing.
Okay. And do you do it or do you have somebody else do it?
I do it.
You do it. Okay. So, let me give you some information to start off with. This is a pamphlet with some of our products and our prices. It outlines a little bit of what Creative Edge stands for, and it has some of the lower end models, it has some of the higher end, some unique pieces that we've created, and then it also outlines our warranty and some of the services that we offer to help care for this product. So, I want to start off by showing you one of our lower grade knives. This is a 11-inch French chef's knife. It has just the straight edge, standard blade shape, and 3-tang riveting. This is an unweighted blade. However, every blade that we actually sell to our customers does have a specific weighting that's created just for you.
Oh, very nice.
And it does feature our plain wooden handle. So if you'd like to go ahead and feel that one, and actually give it a shot cutting through this potato, just to see exactly how it feels. You'll notice that just cutting through that, it's very easy to cut through a harder vegetable. I use these kinds of knives for cutting through hard cartilage and bones and things like that. And you'll notice that it doesn't slide or stick. It just goes smoothly through the edge of the knife. Now this is one of the more simple of our models, and this one is one of the more customized knives. This is actually one of my knives. I had it made from Creative Edge about a year ago. This is the first knife I actually purchased from the company. And you'll notice a couple different things. So first of all, it has a Santoku beveling on the side, which helps vegetables to not stick. It has a custom grip and a custom weighting for me. And then you'll notice that it has a little bit of a rounding right here, which is perfect for like rocking when you're mincing and cutting vegetables. It also does have the option for a Damascus folding pattern on the side of it, which just makes it look like wood. And it comes from the folding of the knife. So these are all aesthetic things. Obviously the Santoku siding makes it a little bit easier to cut through like wet vegetables so that they don't stick. And this is a persimmon. If you want to go ahead and give that a shot, it has a skin that tastes and acts similar to that of a tomato, which is very challenging for a lot of knives to get through. And as you'll see, it just cuts right through it. So now that you've seen a couple of these different benefits, let me explain why I think that one of our custom knives would be the perfect fit for you. First of all, the knife is very easy to use. It's very low maintenance, and we will actually take care of the maintenance for you. So one of the features of our products is that it has a lifetime warranty and a once-a-year sharpening service included, where we come to the restaurant with the van and we'll actually sharpen the knife for you, put a new edge on it, and get it ready to go. Again, it only takes about maybe 20 minutes per knife that you have of ours. So one of those is included with the price, and we can actually set up a schedule for an additional fee to do it once a month, once every other week. We can do it once every 2 months, and we can talk about a schedule for that later. I already mentioned the fact that it is a safer knife for you because it's less likely to slip. The ergonomic weighting is something that's unique to our product. It makes it so that you don't have as much wrist fatigue. It's something that feels like an extension of your hand. So it makes you work faster, and it will also make you work more efficiently with less fatigue so you can work longer. And the other good thing about this is that when we're sharpening this for you, you don't have to be away from your kitchen. You can be working on something else. I've been in the kitchen industry for forever, and I realize that every minute in the kitchen counts. So I think that that's an extremely important facet of our company and our product. Do you have any questions for me right now?
I do have a couple questions.
Okay.
So you mentioned the lifetime warranty. Now, does the lifetime warranty actually mean 25 years, or is it my lifetime?
So the warranty actually is your lifetime. As long as you own the product, we will service it and we will repair it. It covers everything from a manufacturer's defect to splitting to cracking to chipping and things like that. As long as you're not trying to cut through a metal bar, we cover it in our warranty.
Okay. Another question I have, so the knife sharpening service, you said, this is included once a year for the knife you provide me.
Correct.
The other knives I have in the kitchen that I've sharpened, would you be willing to do those as well?
Yes, and we do it by knife basis, so that'll be $7 per extra knife.
Okay.
And if you have, depending on the number of them, we can do like group discounts as well. So if you're doing a lot of them, obviously if it's outside of the once a year sharpening for this knife, we'll include this knife in it. And then if we're doing the bulk of them, we'll give you a discounted rate.
Okay, and then I see here the prices are quite hefty for a knife. What is kind of the median range?
So this knife runs usually between $800 and $900. This knife was custom made, and this one ran me $1,300.
Okay.
So the median is about $1,000. And I know that that sounds a lot of money, like a lot of money up front. However, if you think about it from a bigger picture, you're looking at a knife that will last you your entire culinary career. Every day in the kitchen, hot temperatures, long hours, this knife will perform to the best of its ability all the time for you. So instead of replacing these knives once every 2 years at $200 a piece, this knife will last you for at least 10 years, if not 15 or 20 or more, depending on how well you keep track of it. And it will be a better investment the longer that you use it. So, this knife costs a lot more up front, but the more that you use it, the lower that price gets. And I really think that for somebody who uses their knives all day, every day to make a living, this knife is a really good addition to your arsenal.
Okay, yeah, this knife, it feels just wonderful. I can tell it's really sturdy and sharp. It's a good product. So then I guess my last question would be, from the time I get a fitting for a knife until I actually have it in my hand for use, roughly how long does that take?
So it usually takes about a month from the fitting session to the time that I get the knife in your hand, just because we do have a master craftsman who works on one knife at a time, and the folding process, depending on some of the features that you add or subtract time from that.
Okay, month is a little bit longer than I would like. How long, what is the quickest, if you can make an exception?
Usually a month is the fastest that I can get it to you. However, if it's a make or break thing, then I can get it to you, I can probably get it to you within 2 weeks.
Okay.
If I put a rush order on it.
Okay.
So, but do you have any other questions for me? Is that
No, Mr.
sound all right?
Lennis.
So what do you think? Do you think that this is the knife for you? Because I think it might be.
I do. I like it very much. Just holding yours and seeing it, it looks like I need to have one of these.
Fantastic. So when can I pen you in for a fitting?
A week from this coming Sunday would be perfect.
Okay. And what time would you like it to be? Or would you like us to meet you at your house or at the restaurant?
At the restaurant would be
Okay.
good. Probably between 9 and 10 o'clock when we're closing up.
Perfect. And I'll send out one of my fitters then.
Excellent. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Ms. Bruno. It's a pleasure working with you.
It was a pleasure working with you as well.